Yes, sir. Trying something new this morning. Yeah, it wasn't scheduled, so I'm gonna wait for a few people to jump in here. Brothers ain't used to seeing us live, so it might take a little bit, and that's all right. I'm gonna go light this weed up. I'll be right back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna try something new. Go ahead and go live. Message restricted. I wonder why it's saying that. There we go. Okay. New York, New Jersey. I fuck with it. Yes, sir. Bulldogging all over the world. Yes, sir. It's been a while. You know, I'm gonna start making it a habit, man. I just gotta figure it out a little bit more. Soak up a little bit game. What y'all smoking on this Friday, man? Y'all ready for this weekend? Chase Osbury Park. Represent, represent. That's what I'm talking about. All over the world with this shit. Prophet say he's smoking that gas. Yes, sir. I got some shit called Pop Tarts. I put a little bit of that oil over it. You know what I mean? Sorry, that crumble. I got some crumble today. Smoking on some of that crumble. Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for always coming through and supporting, man. You know, we got some big things going down this year. We got some pure breedings just happening. You know, we're going to solidify some of the things that we've been working on over the years. You know, so be on the lookout for that. Prophet said he got an early morning just to relax. That's what I'm talking about. For certain, man, the people like to keep us at that motherfucking job. Salute Lone Wolf. Salute Chase Manhattan. No, I ain't in Jersey. But I fuck with Jersey for sure. Shit, I'm originally from the West Coast, you know, Pacific Northwest, you know what I mean? We keep it player that way, but I'm out here in the H-Town at the moment. You know what I mean? Been here for a few years now, so this is home for me for now. Yes, sir. Salute the Lone Wolf, man. Appreciate y'all stopping through. Shit, I ain't quite figured out how to let people come up on here and kick their shit yet. Maybe y'all can request a video. I'm not sure, but y'all welcome to come up here and pop shit. Okay, I got you, brother. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna start playing with this a little bit more, man, so I can figure it out. I'll do it on StreamYard. Okay. So I do got a little StreamYard account. I gotta log in from there to be able to allow people to jump on and all that good stuff. That's good to know. Okay. So you can't do it from your YouTube live. If I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Prophet? Yeah. Hell yeah, you inspired this, man. I had to jump on here, man. Go to StreamYard and you can use YouTube as a destination for sure. I got you, Prophet. So the next time I go live, I'm gonna jump on there and on that StreamYard, so y'all can join me if y'all want to. Yeah, YouTube that popped off for us for a while now, man. It's been good to us, you know what I mean? Uh, we don't do too much. We post our little videos, our little pictures every now and then, and the community's been real supportive. So yeah, I'm gonna pop it off the right way, man. I'm gonna get this shit going. You know, we got so much knowledge to share. Shit, we got so much we can learn. With the community. So yeah, man. Sometimes when I don't see my brothers up here popping, and I know y'all still be looking for content. This stuff keep us going every day. So I feel it. So I say, shoot, when my brothers ain't up here popping and shoot, I could jump up here and pop it with y'all. So I'm gonna get something going. Smoke this good weed at the same time. I appreciate that, Prophet. Yes, sir. That's love, man. It's starting to all come together, man. You know, you know how it go in these dogs. It could take you years and years and years to get where you want to be. Especially because the setbacks. You know what I mean. But that's you know, that's small fish to a giant. You know what I mean. Those setbacks are small fish. You just keep on going, and keep on going. And eventually you're gonna be where you want to be and where you're most comfortable at. And even then, you gotta keep on going. You know? So. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all for jumping on here. I ain't gonna be on here too much long. I'm gonna fuck with this little joint with y'all. If any of y'all want to light up, now's the time. Natural Born Django. Natural Born got some real good dogs, man. I like their dogs, man. They putting out some good stuff on the ground. Been doing that for years, man. So shout out to your boy, man, for making that move, making it happen. Who else got some big things in works right now? Pop y'all shit with us. What y'all got in works, man? Y'all breeding to some top studs. Y'all incorporating some top things in your line. What y'all got going on, man? I'm still trying to do something I was trying to start 3 years ago, 4 years ago. You know what I mean? Sometimes it don't happen, right away. So you got to be patient. So So, what's your opinion on the Red Crow dogs from Spain and the Villy dogs from Croatia? from Croatia. Yeah. Uh, Man, those dogs are consistent, man. Can't take nothing away from those crow dogs, whether for red crow or anybody else. You know what I mean? They're going everywhere, all over the world, and doing what they're supposed to do. Whether it's bring home a dub or take a L, you know they doing their thing. Yeah, that red crow is GOAT on everything. Red crow doing his thing. He been putting it down. Ain't no ain't nothing new about that, you know. And, you know, those guys all out of the country, and you know, they doing their thing, man. Can't complain about the red crow. When you got it, you got it, you got it good. It's just like any other line, man. If you be honest with those dogs, you know, they'll go far. You know, they'll go far. That that line had somebody in front of them who was serious about what they was looking for. You know what I mean? They obviously didn't cut no corners. They didn't do nothing that shouldn't have been done. They stayed tight to what they know. You know what I mean? And they produce good dogs. I haven't personally had a red crow dog, but I definitely I've definitely seen a few. Some good questions. Um, Honestly, I love. My boy Prophet says, "What stud dog do you think is the best in Garner's program?" Honestly, I could probably just name about maybe 3 Garner studs. You know, I really don't um, do too much research on his studs and stuff. You know what I mean? I respect and love what he's doing. Got some the guy's top notch with everything he does. You know what I mean? So you gotta you gotta see greatness when you look over there. You know what I mean? Um, just the quality and the care that he takes for his dogs, like that just says something right there. You know what I mean? He's setting the example for everybody to be able to do this and do it professionally and have dogs and not have any worries because their dogs are healthy. You know, um, he doesn't believe in any of the illegal part, and that's the way you got to be when you're in his dogs. You know what I mean? You got to fly on the straight and narrow. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, man, Garner doing his thing. What's the uh, I heard a lot about the El Drago. You know, I just heard a lot about it. Um, the NASCAR dog's been making some noise over there. Uh, so yeah, I know about a few, but I kind of just be staying in my own lane a lot. So no disrespect if I don't know about anything or if I ain't up to anything, hip on anything. You know, I know a few guys with the triple Santos dogs that are extremely happy with them. That's good, man. That's good. When you breed quality dogs, man, and people are happy, that's a good feeling. You know, I got a lot of people that are happy to take mine to the ADBA dog wall climb shows. You know what I mean? I got a lot of people that are happy with the dogs, whether they're taking them hog hunting, you know, whether they're doing anything with them. They're happy with them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, just to hear that your dogs is producing what people are are basing their program off of, because I see a lot of people doing that. Garner is giving them the blueprint to their yard, and that's respectable for anybody who was late to the game and just now getting in the game and wanting to build their yard. You know what I mean? Respectfully, like you can do it by going with Gardner. You know what I mean? It's reputable. You know, I think people should start utilizing the people like that more. You know, instead of going to these people who just in the backyard, just putting people's dogs together that they bought over here and they bought over here and just, you know what I mean? That's where a lot of the low quality breeders and dogmen come in at, you know what I mean? So if we kind of cut the low people off and just went to the people who deserve to be the forefronts um, and the people who deserve to be the people who put the dogs out to the community and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's going to be more respectable to me. You know what I mean? That's going to bring the dogs in a better light. You know, because you got a lot of these guys over there who don't even get their dogs, they puppies dewormer. You go buy a puppy from them, they not gonna have their first shots, and they gonna still try to give you 1500 from you, just because it's bred like this and it's bred like that. But if the quality of the animals don't match, then that's where you have to start questioning things. And I think people should be questioning things more than that, other than just trying to run and go get the blood. Yeah. Jeff Smith said all the Garner stuff I've seen are definitely physically sound looking. Boy, if we talking about looks, boy, Garner got some bad looking dogs, man. And how could you not when you putting those combinations together? You know what I mean? Those dogs gonna start to look a certain way for sure. You know. Yeah, for sure. For sure, they'll learn profit. They will learn. Who else? Who else y'all? Who else y'all hear making noise? Making some good dogs, man. See a lot of people doing stuff with the Floyd ham and dagger stuff. A lot of people doing stuff with that. It's been crossed a lot into the Mexican Eli stuff. Um, I haven't got any personally, but I've heard good stuff about that stuff too. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because what do you have those questions for when you can just find out? You know what I mean? That's my point. What are you questioning it for? Figure it out. uh, Man, I see so many people talk about Thompson, man. They say good things about his program every time. Hell yeah. That's what's up, man. I run past his page every now and then. I check him out. But I'm not like aware of any of his dogs or anything. I don't know of any. Um, I'm sure he's got some big names over there, man. Thompson. Shout out Thompson Kennel, man. He's definitely holding down that YouTube stuff and been doing it for a long time. I have some of the Bujo dogs and I like them a lot. Yeah, man. That's what's up. Bujo, old Bujo they still putting out good dogs, man. That's good, man. My boy Thompson said he love it. He love that. He love that Thompson Kennel. That's what's up. If y'all ain't hip on Thompson, go get hip on Thompson. Thompson got a nice program, healthy dogs. Shout out to Thompson Kennels for setting a good example in the community, for sure. What's y'all favorite crosses that over there at Garner's? What's the favorite crosses for y'all over there? I've been checking out the Red Boy crosses a lot, man. Those Red Boy crosses that he using, making his dogs look a little special for real. That's what happens when you add that Red Boy in there. Those dogs, they look a little different to those Eli Carver dogs. He better, long as he been doing it, them Bujo dogs better be right. Yeah, it's like this though. Like a lot of the dog men, they took setbacks. You know what I mean? And when they had their setbacks, they lost a lot of their dogs. You know what I mean? So when they came back, you gotta know as a good dog man, like a breeder. Breeders always got their own stuff that they keep to the side for themselves. And they got some stuff that they like just as much that they'll let the public get and stuff, but certain things is just for them. So when they take those setbacks, a lot of that history is gone. And they try to come back with what they come back with. And in Floyd's case, he came back with some good stuff. You know, he knew some good people who had a lot of stuff that he was pumping out, and he got dogs back, and he based his new program off certain dogs that he got blessed back with. So yeah. Oh wait. Bush hog. Oh yeah. My boys up in Florida, they love that bush hog stuff. For sure. What blood do you think holds the greatest legacy? Sure. Eli Carver. Eli Carver, that's my opinion. Every Every line based. Look what everybody who took the Eli Carver and did they spin off and did their own thing. Look at all the success they had with those dogs. Yeah. Frisco Chinaman Snooty Cross Spike. Cross proven factor of good dog. Does Frisco Spike tournament stuff? Okay. Yeah. Who got some of the best blood on the ground right now? Shoot. If you're looking for blood, I would say go to one of the people who've been in the game for a long time. Go to those people and get you something pure if you're talking about blood. You know what I mean? Get you something already established, should I say? You know what I mean? Go get you an established family. Whether it's a line breeding, whether it's a inbreeding, that's how you do it if you're talking about blood. You know what I mean? I always say, man, go get what you want, man. Don't settle for just anything. You know what I mean? Don't let the amount of money stop you from getting what you want. Don't let the distance, you know what I mean? Salute, Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Garners, Knicks. That's what's up. Any future breedings for the Croata male you have? Very serious looking animal. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. We got this one lined up, man. It should be happening any week, any month now, man. It's gonna be him back to his daughter. Um, the only difference is his daughter is double bred on his littermate sister also, and that's the Jagger dog. So we're gonna do that breeding, and those dogs are gonna be heaviest ones anybody got from that family of dogs. You know. So yeah, that breeding is gonna be crazy, and that should replace him. He's getting up there on age, so those dogs should replace him. Um, and yeah, we're gonna be looking to preserve those ones. You know, that'll definitely set us ahead. That breeding right there will set anybody's program ahead real far. You got to think Jagger is triple bred crow. So if you put him in the ped, father-daughter breed, you put him in the ped twice. You got 6 times crow. You put his litter mate or sister in the ped twice. This is right up front. You got 12 times crow. Just right there, 4 generations, damn near. So, yeah, this is gonna be a good one. Yeah, you'll be surprised, man. You know, for a little bit, it didn't pay to have these dogs. A lot of people just gave them up. They made it too hard. know. Uh, but we've managed to be able to get it back on the right foot to where we can have these dogs responsibly, and we're not having accidents and stuff like that, and we're not letting our dogs get out into the community and, you know, destroy things and other animals and cattle and stuff like that. You know, we've been able to have these dogs responsibly. You know what I mean? It starts with breeding for good temperament. You know what I mean? And breeding smart dogs, they understand what they can and can't do. You know what I mean? And that's how you bring them up. And we're not looking to make no ignorant dogs. We making dogs that love to work. So when we bring them to the shows, they could show a good example to the community. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. These people still held on to their dogs, though. A lot of people did. You know, a lot of people had to give them up, but a lot of people still kept them. So some of those lines are in real remote places in the world. You just got to go find them. Yes, sir. Double up and double down. Oh, yeah, for sure. Got to get the frozen. You know we did that. Everybody who wants to be able to preserve history, you know what I mean? Go do that. You know, what you waiting on? Go get your dogs in those banks, you know. Go get them in them sperm banks. Go put your dogs up, you know what I mean? So you can pull them back out 10 years from now if you want to, 15 years from now, you know. Man, we got to take some notes from a few other people who in this community who really do it. You know what I mean? Who take it real serious. You know. Uh, I think that's really why my dogs I hadn't made them really obtainable for nobody, because I do so much with them. I go so far to get them. I put in all that time and that hard work, and I do my blood test, and I do my veterinarian visits, and you know what I mean? It's real serious, you know what I mean? So they ain't just made for anybody, you know. No low level people who don't understand them, you know. These dogs are made for people who are trying to seek understanding and learn, and people who pay attention. What she say? If you wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. Everything. We was on all that, man, for real. You know, wake up and pay attention, man. You're right. Them low level people giving the dog a bad name. Exactly. Weed them out, unless we eat them out of the community. Shoot. Salute to the BR. Yes, sir. Yep. Having that hands-on, Prophet, having that hands-on experience. The dog will teach you. Yeah, sure will. You know. But some of them lessons that we had to learn early with the dogs, the new generation don't gotta learn, because it's more examples. There's more people getting up on here telling you how to lace your chain spot, how to run your yard, and how to stay up on your maintenance. You know what I mean? Somebody up here telling you, the OG. Y'all ain't gotta bump your head like we had to. Salute, brother. Good morning. Uh, I got one male available off my litter of 10 that I had. I got one male available. Yeah, so. Said, bro, they still don't listen. I know. I know. I know. That's gonna separate the greats. That's what separates the greats, man. The greats gonna take his notes. When he listening, he gonna have a pen and a paper, pen and a notepad. When he gonna be taking his notes, and he gonna have it all down by the time he get his yard. Shoot. I had made a transition from the West Coast to the South, and before I ever brought my dogs here, I had to have every little thing, every little piece put together. You know what I mean? I had to have everything set up, my kennels and everything. You know what I mean? My water dishes had to be lined up where they belong. You know what I mean? And I took my notes, what I needed. You know what I mean? So that's somebody who's serious, not somebody who just go get a dog, don't know where he gonna put it. Ask his auntie last minute, hey auntie, can I keep this at your house? And the dog done toe up the fence, then ate through the fence, and now he ready to go out and get in trouble. You know what I mean? Nah. You need to be responsible with these dogs for real. I ain't gonna act like our dogs are all vicious and all that shit, because they not. You know, they require a lot. You know, it's just a working dog. Just like any other herding breed or any other hunting dog. You know, they need to be worked. You know what I mean? If you're not taking the time, if you're too busy running the streets and doing all this, and you leaving that dog and you ain't putting that work in with that dog, that's where the trouble come in at. That's where the trouble come in at. I got one that tell me every time he'll warn me at least 3-4 days before he about to get in trouble. Hey man, come on, man. I've been waiting on you. Come, let's do something, man. Come on, let's go put in some work. I'm ready. I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling myself. Come on. And if you ignore him, he gonna get in some trouble. A lot of minds won't even hurt a grape if they did get into the community. A lot of minds won't hurt nobody else's dogs. Definitely not finna hurt no kids. You know what I mean? I got some ones that's real smart, man. This family that I got, man, they're not all ignorant. You know what I mean? Real smart dogs. And I try to display some of that, like on my channel. You know, if you look at some of the videos, I got dogs working with other dogs at times. You know what I mean? Like, I don't suggest doing that and stuff. I don't tell nobody to do nothing like that. But usually it's a dog that's a really experienced adult dog, and you can let some puppies work around her or something, or you know, whatever. I'll show some stuff like that. I'll show my dogs with the little ones, because The dogs love the kids, man. They turn into different dogs when they get around the kids. They become gentler. They all want to lay on their back and get loved, you know. Yeah. Yeah. If you got these dogs, you got to put them first. I don't care what nobody said. You got to put the dogs first. Shoot, your wife gonna feel a certain type of way. She gonna feel some type of way. Trust me. I'm running I'm running them Eli Carver dogs, man. I put my own little twist on them, my own little spin. But my base is Eli Carver, man. That's where I get down at. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. Change the narrative, man. You know what I mean? Change the narrative of what people are looking at, you know? They'd say, oh, you shouldn't have pit bulls together. No, you should know when the time, as a dog man, when the time is right and when the time ain't right. You know what I mean? Because anything could happen at any moment. It's right. They're not wrong when they say that. You know, sometimes certain things will just turn your dog on. Dog that's never been turned on before. It happens. We know that. But if you start them young and you socialize them young and you bring them in young and you begin to gain trust with them, you know what I mean? You be able to look at them and see, okay, ooh, you could tell them certain things. Like I got dogs, like no matter what, big dog or nothing, if they run up on us, all I gotta do is say, hey, be nice. You know, he'll look at me and then he'll go see his tail start wagging a little bit. All right, he told me to chill, be nice. It ain't that type of party, you know. So yeah, you could raise them together. Eventually, they're gonna need some separation, though. You're right, Prophet, and that's okay. That's okay. You'd rather have it like that to where you know when it's time. You know what I mean? That's what's up, CB. Keep on doing your thing, man. That sounds like it's a good cross working. It should be working for you. Yeah. Those some solid lines. Yep. It's always the younger dogs that want to flex. Yeah, they always do. It's just like that in life. They want to challenge the older dogs all the time. Older dogs ain't even really tripping like that, but they'll set the example if it need to be set. Yeah. Well, shit, I appreciate y'all for jumping on here with me today, man. I'm gonna get out here and put in some work, man. Hit this gym real quick. Hey, man, hope y'all have a good weekend. Salute.